Your mind is constantly projecting images and stories upon the screen of consciousness, the canvas of stillness, the screen of consciousness, the presence of consciousness is colored by your mind's stories, by your mind's narratives, constantly. It's what makes this world of form so compelling and engaging. It's how we engage with the world of form and condition and relationships. We tend to narrate onto or into the screen of consciousness our stories, our ideas, our beliefs, which largely come from what we have learned in life and what we have come to believe. And beliefs are just beliefs, no substance. We get them from our parents, we get them from culture, we get them from society, we get a lot of them from the way our very young and immature minds interpreted the experiences we had as children. And our young and immature mind started to paint a story. Oh, to be loved, you have to be perfect. Got it. Oh, don't ever disappoint anyone with your truth. You can't say no, you can't set boundaries because then people will stop loving you. Got it. If I let people in too close, they will betray me. And love is always going to hurt. Okay, got it. We have all manner of stories. And these stories are projected by the mind upon the purity of loving awareness that allows everything. Just like the movie screen doesn't deny a movie that plays upon it. The movie screen doesn't say, oh, God, I hate this movie. Oh, okay, well, maybe I can make it go away. Go away, movie, go away, go away, go away. Stop, go away, stop. And then the movie screen would be suffering. Go away, it's not going away. And then another movie would start to play and the movie screen would go, oh, thank goodness. Okay, now I can be at peace. Oh, I like this movie. This one's okay. But consciousness doesn't have those conditions. Consciousness is just unconditional, loving awareness of everything that the mind projects upon it. And when we can start to see that and feel that, we can start to separate out. We can start to recognize, oh, my mind is constantly projecting things and then believing them to be true just because of its own projections. And then they change. Oh, well, maybe this is true. God, I felt wonderful about myself yesterday, and today I don't. I have real self-doubt. Which one's true? Am I unworthy or am I worthy? God, it's so hard. I'd rather always believe I'm worthy. I'd rather that be the only projection. And we try that for a while. And then it lasts for a little while, and then something happens that triggers a deep old story of unworthiness. And now we're feeling unworthy again and fearful and doubtful. And God, the movie just changed. My projection changed. My story just changed again. If we can start to recognize that, yes, that is happening again. And those are all projections of the mind upon the grace of consciousness, the pure presence of love. That is what we truly are. And when we can watch with curiosity and compassion all of our emotional movement, the ebbs and flows and tides of our feelings, of our personal self, our human experience. When we can allow them all to be and not be identified as those, then we're free. Well, we're already free. Then we are resting in the freedom that we are. Allowing is not an activity of mind. It is the very nature of our being. The screen allows whatever movie plays upon it. The sky allows whatever weather wants to move through. The sky is always at peace. The screen is always at peace. The consciousness that we are is always at peace. It's just whether we are knowingly being that. Knowingly recognizing that as the unwavering essence of being that never changes. It is the essential self, that which cannot be removed. The irreducible self. It can't be reduced anymore. It's down to its essential nature. Pure stillness, loving awareness, within which the human experience is occurring, within which the movie is playing, within which the mind is projecting all manner of things. And when we're more identified with and remembering and knowingly being the screen, the sky, the awareness, the projections lose their ability to so captivate us and so pull us into the story that we are completely lost in the content of experience and we have forgotten the experiencer. We're being thrown around in the emotions of the experience, and we're in the tumult and the joy and the ecstasy and the play and the love and the grief and the pain and the sorrow. And we're so in the play, the content of experience, that we have forgotten that it's all really just projections that are playful, that are wild, that are the rich dynamic of this life of form. But they're always changing. They're always coming. They're always going. They're always being projected upon the blank, spacious, accepting, allowing love. The unwavering peace of being. The I am. The I am that doesn't change. I am frustrated. We get lost in frustrated. I am happy. We get lost in the content of happy. I am confused, and we get lost in the content of confused. And we typically forget the I am. The same I am for all three of those scenarios is the same I am. It's just the movie screen going, oh, a movie of frustration. Oh, a projection of anger. Oh, a projection of grief. Not necessarily wrong. That's part of the human experience, to experience it all, but not to get so lost in it that we forget who we really are. Then we can play in the experience and not suffer in the experience. And we can play in the experience and not attach to the experience. Oh, it's a really positive experience. No, I don't ever want it to not be positive. I don't ever want it to be change. Well, good luck with that. And then it does change. And if we're so attached to it, we suffer. But the movie screen isn't attached to the movie staying the same. Awareness, who you are, is not attached to the to any projections of your mind of always being consistent, because they typically won't be. That's the nature of mind. It's always making stuff up. It's often filtering life through our belief systems, and that eases that asleep way of being in the world of filtering everything through our belief systems eases when we learn who we are and the background of self, if you will, the ever-present peace. They can just be with life without filtering it through all the stories. But for a while, you notice that the stories continue. And you don't have to get lost in them when you realize that that's just what the mind does. It projects stories upon the screen of awareness. And if we're totally wrapped up in the stories, it'll do it more and more and more. It'll believe that's what life's about. But as we become more aligned with or knowingly being the screen, the peace, the awareness, and less identified with the projections, then the projections calm down, they relax, they soften. Because they realize that they're not actually the substance of life. They are the coloring, but not the substance. The substance of life is love, is awareness. So play with all that. Marinate on some of that. Just find a little piece that works for you, that makes some sense, and go, okay, yeah, let me play with that. Let me be with that. Let me marinate with that. All right, enjoy.